A rifle squad, the most basic and smallest unit of a regiment, is the sharp edge of a larger force. Today, we dive deep into the Mountaineer Doctrine for rifle squad training and dissect how this elite light infantry unit operates in the harshest conditions, from craggy cliffs to frozen passes. The Mountaineers are a specialized light infantry regiment of Siva, trained and hardened to operate in high altitude warfare. Deployed in valleys, cliffs, lines, and forested slopes of the frontier, their operations rely on speed, stealth, and self sufficiency. The Mountaineers are deployed across the rugged ridges, valleys, and peaks of Siva, trained in ambushes, guerrilla tactics, and high altitude combat. They live off the land, carrying only the bare essentials. From icy mountain tops to wide plains, they adapt, survive, and strike with deadly precision. For every new recruit, the rifle squad doctrine is drilled into them until it becomes second nature. Refined coordination, razor sharp instincts, and tactical discipline define their every move. Mountain infantry doctrine divides the basic unit into two types: the rifle squad and the machine gun squad. Each squad plays a different tactical role. Today's focus is the rifle squad. As the doctrine states, the rifle squad is the standard squad. They should be able to attack, defend, and destroy decently and efficiently. They must coordinate with precision, wielding a variety of weapons for a variety of circumstances. Adaptability is vital, but individual initiative remains paramount. The battlefield waits for no man. The rifle squad is usually led by a squad leader who is a corporal or a sergeant. They are usually armed with an automatic or semi-automatic weapon. They may also carry a binocular, bandages, or a hand grenade. They are responsible for efficient functioning of the squad and lead them on a ground level. Next come the three riflemen. These riflemen usually have a rifle as their primary weapon, which can be equipped with bayonets. They may also carry a grenade or a bandage. One of these riflemen is selected to be the grenadier. They may carry a rifle grenade attachment, allowing them to fire the grenades further and in a larger quantity. They usually carry up to 5 or 6 grenades. And last but not the least comes the combat medic. Armed with a rifle as their primary weapon, they may carry a trauma kit and a first aid kit. They are an important member of the squad and thus become a lucrative target for the enemy. Mountaineers operate on short, universal verbal commands, ensuring clarity even in the chaos of battle. Let's explore the foundational ones. The move up command is given when advancing in an unknown or possibly hostile territory. The squad moves up cautiously, pausing to take cover and conceal themselves at the first sign of danger. This is usually used during reconnaissance or pre-contact stages of an engagement. The troops remain spread out to look for enemy contacts. Assault command. Once the enemy is identified, but not too entrenched, the squad rushes to take cover in positions closer to the enemy. This is a controlled advance using terrain, suppressive fire, and grenades to close the gap before fully engaging the enemy. Troops remain relatively close to each other for better communication of orders. Charge command is issued only when in striking distance of the enemy, Bayonets are fixed. The objective is to shock, disorient, and overrun the enemy. Momentum, surprise, and ferocity are what makes this tactic effective. This is only used when no better alternative exists, the last brutal step. The nade throw prime/no prime command. This is usually directed at the grenadier. Prime means the grenade's fuse is to be pulled just before launch, useful in combat when timing matters. No prime is often used in training or when the thrower needs more time or safety. The formation command is issued when changing into a specific battle formation. The squad adjusts position based on terrain, mission type, and incoming fire. Formations can be of various types. We are going to discuss them shortly. The signal command is a preparatory command. For example, signal charge indicates that a charge may be executed soon. So troops fix bayonets and wait for the final go. Execute command. This command confirms and green-lights the earlier signal. Execute charge follows the execute signal command and the bayonets go in. Formations dictate how a squad positions itself based on terrain and threat level. In trench or fortified defense, two key setups are used. Trench fire formation. Two riflemen cover each flank. From firing positions, the grenadier hovers near a flank in order to unbalance the number of men on each side of the trench, thus reducing casualties from any grenade explosions. The medic scans rear approaches and provides emergency aid. This is a balanced formation, strong against frontal assaults and suitable for prolonged holdouts. Trench hold formation. This formation is specifically designed for defensive actions in T-junctions or breached trench segments. The squad leader and a rifleman cover the frontal breach while the grenadier and the medic guard the rear. Its tight shape allows for quick responses and layered defense, especially useful when trying to prevent enemy forces from pushing laterally through the trench corridors. However, its greatest flaw is its vulnerability to grenades, with soldiers packed into narrow confined spaces with no space to disperse. There is little time to react and cover is minimal to non-existent. A single well-thrown grenade can incapacitate or kill most, if not all members of the squad in seconds. For this reason, the formation is only recommended to be used as a last resort, when the only other option is to surrender or retreat. Troops using it are often advised to be primed for counterattacks, smoke screens, or immediate fallback maneuvers. On the offensive, formations change to increase visibility, movement, and field control. In the field forward formation, squad moves in a staggered line. Riflemen protect the flanks while the squad leader, medic, and grenadier scan forward. It's ideal in open terrain with light cover. However, its tight spacing makes it vulnerable to grenade or machine gun fire. It is also vulnerable to enemy fire from its rear. It is effective for reconnaissance as a large area can be monitored over a short period of time. If a squad needs to advance over an area rapidly, this formation is their best bet. Field Scan Formation. The Field Scan Formation is a dispersed variant of the Field Forward Formation, designed for maximum situational awareness and threat detection. Troops are spread out across a wider front, with medics shifted to the rear to monitor for flanking or rear attacks. This setup is ideal for reconnaissance, patrols, and silent approach scenarios where contact is minimal or uncertain. However, its biggest flaw is revealed the moment when the enemy open fires. The greater spacing between troops limits their ability to provide mutual support, and coordinated fire becomes difficult under stress. If even one of the members is suppressed or pinned down, the rest of the squad may be too far to respond effectively without exposing themselves. In prolonged engagement, this formation can collapse into fragmented resistance, making it vulnerable to being overwhelmed or picked off piecemeal. For this reason, field scan is best reserved for passive recon or early approach phases. Once contact is made, a tighter and more responsive formation is recommended. The Mountaineer Rifle Squad doctrine is more than just a playbook. It's a compact, lethal system honed for extreme terrain, fast engagements, and fluid war zones. Every man in the squad knows his job, his role, and his comrade's next move. In the next episode, we will break down the Mountaineer Machine Gun Squad doctrine and see how the rifle and machine gun squads integrate for maximum effect. Want us to analyze a doctrine, real or fictional? Drop it in my Discord or shoot it via email. This is your host, Countvondabar, signing off.
War denn nicht so heiß.